listening to Traumedy, the podcast that helps you take your pain and play with it. I'm Nancy Norton. I'm a comedian, I'm a keynote speaker, and a registered nurse. So stay well, everybody. I am not up on my continuing education. I just want everybody to be well. Let's be co-healers for each other. That's what this podcast is all about. Letting you know you are not alone. We've been through some stuff. You've been through some stuff. How are you getting through it? Here's how we're getting through it. And there's a lot of stuff. I'm just going to say there's a lot of stuff going on right now. I just want to give a shout out to Betty Lou Klinkenbeard. I went home for her life celebration and I spoke at her services, and so many people did. So many people stood up. And one of the most moving things that happened was that she had the Nurse Honor Guard there. And I've never heard of the Nurse Honor Guard. And it was really quite touching. They were in old nursing, school caps and capes. And they had this triangle. And they retired her number, her license number. Betty Klinkenbeard, registered nurse, 31808. Ding. And they did that 3 times. And they said, I don't know how, I was going to say they said to clock out, but that's not what they said. I think they said, God has called you home. And you may rest. You have been of service and you may rest. It was beautiful. I'm paraphrasing some of it, but it was an honor for me to be there. Although we also read the nurse's pledge. And it was, oh my goodness, you guys, it was a lot about purity. And I realized I have not honored my nurse pledge. And I thought at my funeral, they're going to have the Nurse Dishonor Guard. I don't know. This week I'm heading to San Antonio with Moms Unhinged. The week after that, going to Dallas for Heroes Off Duty. And then I don't know. Go to my link tree. I don't know what's after that. I've lost track. I think another nurse is off the charts in Dallas, Texas. So go to nancynorton.tv and click on the upcoming shows and hope to see you at a show. But anyway, my friend, registered nurse, is on today.
It's true. It's just, I just think about, nurses, everyone thinks that nurses are so, they're just so lovely and, kind and whatever. And they are, but nurses also, we're pretty antisocial people, right? We care about our patients. We want the best for our patients. We love our patients. But at the same time, my favorite sweatshirt says, go away.
I hope you enjoy this episode. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you on the other side. Welcome to Traumedy. My guest this week is a friend of mine who came by today on her e-bike here in Boulder, and it's so glad to have you, a nurse, a healer, I'm going to say it, a magical person. Please welcome Kate Rosato.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I'm laughing because you're she came in on her e-bike, and one of the things I laugh about is I've become that person that I used to kind of make fun of,
oh, that's how it works. Watch what you make fun of.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. So I'm oh yeah, that really resonates. If you're drawn toward it, I was oh my God, I'm saying these things. But I think there is a difference, and you kind of recognize it in some people who are saying it because those are the key things to say, versus when you finally understand what those things are about and mean.
Okay, can you give an example?
I don't know. I think when I first got here, and I think there were a lot more hippies here when I moved here in 1991.
33 years ago.
Yeah. So, meeting all those people that are just part of that hippie culture, whatever, and the spiritual, this is just how it happened because it's just supposed to. And I don't know. And they, smelling of patchouli. And I was I don't know. I'm from Toledo, Ohio. We don't,
that didn't vibe with you. You're oh, whatever.
Well, I was like the hippie nice one in my group, but still like people were afraid of me. You know what I mean? Like we don't have, there's not much going on in Toledo, Ohio, but like sarcasm, like just
okay.
kind of depression and sarcasm. Like it's a harsh kind of place.
Yeah.
And so anyway, you know, like, and for my love language is, again, like if I really like you, I'm going to target you extra hard. Like I am.
Okay.
Yeah. So
That's when we know we're inside.
yeah, like if I'm too nice to you, you should be nervous. Like,
okay.
So like I had dudes who were afraid of me, and I was like, you know, my friend he told me at one point, she's like, yeah, that guy like thinks you hate him. I was like, he needs to fucking suck it up then, you know,
Yeah.
like he's being a baby, you know. And then I was like, oh, then I would hear myself and be like, oh, maybe that's why, you know,
I
like
have no friends.
or like like I was like, no, I love that dude. Why would it be? Oh, yeah.
Not everybody. Well, like I was telling you earlier about Jeff Klinkenbeard and I just roasting each other
Yes,
constantly.
right.
Now, I got to be honest, that is not my preferred way of connecting anymore. Now, I will do it
Yeah.
if I'm in a roast or if you come at me.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
going to come at you.
Yeah.
Like I will. My inner teenager is still here.
Yeah,
Virginia
yeah.
Vengeance. You
Yeah.
know, she likes to take those knives out of her back and kind of,
Uh-huh.
but she's never really want to fight.
Right. Yes. And yeah.
But I don't know. It's interesting. I was thinking when I used to do a spoof of a spiritual leader named Sri Gary. Sri Gary. People were, and I don't know if he's still out there, but I did this caricature or a satire, kind of a, sketch comedy of Sri Gary. Have you heard of Sri Gary?
Did you talk about this with Nathaniel?
Maybe.
Like, did you do this at his like preschool or like his hippie
that's
school?
right. That's
the
right.
teacher. Yes.
Oh, that's right. So, but then it's like, actually, I'm making fun of this spiritual leader named Sri Gary. We call him Sri Gary, Indiana, from Iowa, God certified soul. I felt like I would open my chakras before I would do this performance.
Mm-hmm.
And I got to tell you, I feel like I was channeling. If I go back to the 90s when I was doing this as a joke, I had everybody in the audience doing the yogi pokey. Like you put your crown chakra in, you put your crown chakra out, you put your crown chakra in, and you spin it all about. You do the yogi pokey and you open up yourself. That's what it's all about. Third eye, everybody put your third eye in. And then I'd be like, no, I'm kidding. I don't want you to put your third eye out. So I was making fun of this, but at the same time feeling it.
Yeah.
So curious. So you're saying
I love it.
You came here and it's like, oh, the hippies. But really, like, I mean, they aren't wrong.
They're not wrong. Like, and I saw myself as a hippie.
Oh,
Because
okay.
I pretty much am.
Yeah.
I pretty much am. I mean, yeah. I don't.
Yeah.
I do like
You're pretty.
patchouli. I'm not kidding.
Dude.
I like it.
My friend Zach Moss had a podcast called Hippie Not Hippie, I think is what it's called. So they interview people to say whether or not you're a hippie. And that
Yeah.
was one of the questions. Do you
Yeah.
like patchouli?
I do. I like it.
I go back and forth with it because I get overstimulated with certain smells.
Yeah, less is more. For sure. But yeah, I kind of like it. I like that earthiness.
Yeah.
I love the smell of dirt. Like I
Oh, man, I do.
love the smell of good dirt.
Oh man, or the smell after a rain.
Yep.
Like whatever comes off the streets after a rain.
Yeah, there's a name for it, and I really love it.
I do
Yeah.
too. I love the smell.
Yeah.
And I do. You and I both. Oh my gosh, your love of plants.
Mm.
Oh, like your plant babies that are all over your house.
Yeah.
Oh.
I almost brought you one, but I didn't know what you needed.
Like I don't need another plant.
But maybe you do.
I don't know. I have a
It's okay.
confession.
Yeah. Oh no.
Well,
Don't break my heart. Is it one I gave you?
no.
Okay.
No, it was my rosemary.
Oh,
I was
those
so-
are hard.
What happened was I left town for 10 days and I forgot to ask Nathaniel to water my rosemary that was in
Yeah.
my south window and she died.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I know. I feel so bad.
But now she's naturally dried, so you can like cook with her.
Oh, I've been cooking with
Yeah.
Like I'm not feeling so bad that I'm not using her.
yeah.
Her corpse. I'm totally using her corpse to cook. But I did feel bad.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, oh, you died. And oh my God, all of a sudden I'm reminded of my mother's death where she died so thirsty. Oh, my mother died so thirsty. I still, every time I drink water, I'm not even kidding, I think of my mom every time because, oh gosh, she wanted to go. She asked me to help her. And part of it was like, we're not giving you, she couldn't drink at the end.
Yeah.
That's the truth.
Right. We don't always know what's best for us. We want these things, but it's not,
I know.
like it would have been terrible for her to go with all of that in her.
I don't know. But it really bothers me sometimes. Anyway, all right, this is upbeat.
Yeah.
Let's go. Hey, let's talk about,
yes.
You are a healer. You work as a nurse. We don't have to say where.
Okay.
or we can.
Okay.
You know what? I don't know what you're comfortable talking about, but earlier I was getting into kind of a political spiral of helplessness, but also my activist self. And then I was saying, hey, what if we jumped on and talked about how do we keep our frequency high?
Yeah.
Not to quote Michelle Obama, but not to, when they go low, we go high.
Uh-huh.
But like, how do we not get sucked into some of that energy? And you were saying you focus on what brings you joy, and I don't know. What did you say? I'm putting words in your mouth.
No, it's true. It's just I just think about nurses. Everyone thinks that nurses are so like they're just so lovely and kind and whatever, and they are. But nurses also, we're pretty antisocial people, right? Like we care about our patients. We want the best for our patients. We love our patients. But at the same time, like my favorite sweatshirt says, "Go away."
Oh,
like,
really?
Oh, yeah.
Well, you and I are different nurses because you're an introvert and I'm an extrovert.
I'm an ambivert.
Oh, what's that? Tell me about ambivert.
So I'm both. So I can be extroverted when I have to and when I'm engaging with my colleagues or patients or whatever. But then I come home and I have to recover.
Okay.
So I just escape to my bedroom or whatever, and I just have to be away from sounds, everything. I just have to isolate. It's so stimulus is hard for me.
Okay.
So I come home, I'm married to a history teacher, and of course he's watching the news and everything is aggressive and whatever. I'm like,
and he's seeing history repeating itself.
Right.
He's seeing the patterns. He's seeing the playbook that they used.
And he wants to talk about it. And, and I'm like, oh, God, So he's like, why do you always just escape upstairs? Why do you where did you go? I'm like, it's all too much. So for me, when I'm not working, what I do is I tune out. So my plants, right? And so I engage with my plants. I talk to them. They all have, they have nicknames and personalities. And, so plants, I talk to everything. But I talk to the birds and the squirrels outside and the butterflies. And my fantasy is to make best friends with the crow or especially a raven. That would be the greatest thing ever.
I have crow friends.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot right here.
Yeah.
I have noticed, I had more hawk friends out in East Boulder County.
Uh-huh.
But now up here by the foothills, these crows. And I'm with you on that. It's so funny. I did at 51st Jokes, I did a thing about okay, some people have girlfriends and boyfriends. I have crow friends.
Yeah.
I love that. Let me ask you this. When you were saying you talk to them, but that means you're also listening to them, right? You're in dialogue with, or you're communing with them, or you're what?
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Yes.
And let me ask you this. When you say, I love talking with my plants, butterflies, squirrels, crows, if you think about the administration of your hospital hearing that, how does is there any part of you? We're in Boulder though. Boulder, I don't know. We have, instead of a chaplain, we have a shaman, or what? Yeah.
Yeah. No. So my, I used to try to hide this part of me and whatever. And then I remember I was standing in line at the Safeway right here by your house when I was 20 something. And I was looking around. I was like, why do I care what any of these people think? And it was so liberating. I was painfully shy and quiet. unless I was drinking, and that was a whole other craziness. But anyway, so I just embrace that, and thankfully where I work also embraces it. Like one of our chaplains has studied at Naropa and has a Buddhist background, and like walks in with like, his dreads, his long locks and everything.
Yeah.
And he's such a beautiful human. And, like I have
Highly spiritual.
I have one of our managers, you'll knock on the door and they were doing yoga in their room, and that is how they cope with things, right?
So, and that's quite a contrast from my St. John's Sisters of Mercy Catholic school, where the nuns literally were back in the day, the nuns were running the place. Now, of course, it's run by other executives. Yeah. But I think the Sisters of Mercy are still, I don't even know how it all works, but I'm just saying it was a very Catholic belief system. I mean, that would have been, oh my gosh, if I brought that up at the meeting. Excuse me. But my crow told me. Because, or I don't know if you want to talk about the paper towel dispenser, but
sure.
I love you so much. Thank you for jumping on here.
Thank you for having me. I wasn't quite sure what we would talk about, but anyway.
The stuff I love right now is spiritual resourcing.
Yes.
And I think this is our resource. Like you said, talking with nature, being with nature, the oneness, but also the spiritual realms are part of it too.
Yeah. I mean, and so to go along with where I work, they actually offer Reiki for staff.
That's right. And you've studied Reiki.
I am a Reiki practitioner. Yeah. So that's one of the things I do is my practice is to center myself. But it's like there are so many things. My ADHD brain, you mentioned like the paper towel dispenser, which I do share with patients, and I
love it so much. Hey, before we go on, I forgot we got to spray a little of our. What is this? That is our resourcing.
So that is Monarda. So it smells like a wild oregano. So that's a cleansing.
Did that get your eyes?
They probably needed to be cleansed. If so, it's fine. No, it's good. A friend of mine, one of my fellow nurses, actually made that and gave it to me.
Oh, I love this.
Isn't it beautiful? I'll show you where to find it.
Okay.
It's everywhere, and we can harvest. It's beautiful.
Oh, and because there's foraging. You're a multifaceted and fascinating individual.
Thank you.
I want to tell you. And I love, that you sprayed this one time spontaneously. I was having a little game night dinner thing here.
Yeah.
And speaking of being a baby, my inner baby was getting triggered. I can't remember, they were picking on me about something. Oh, because I was trying to send you home with chives. And they're like, chives? Who sends somebody
chives?
I don't know. I have to admit, there was part of me that felt so picked on. And then you had to leave early because you had to get up for a shift. And you're just like, you know what? I'm just going to spray some of this.
Here, would you like this? Yeah.
Yeah. And you just intuitively knew I needed a little, whatever that does. What does it do?
It's cleansing.
It's cleansing, whatever.
It's cleansing.
And then this is rose
water, so that's going to bring in
love energy.
Oh, well, that was a rough day for you to choose to have this.
Oh, I forgot. It was the anniversary of my mom's death. Oh no, it was her birthday.
No, it was her birthday.
Oh, that's what it was. Her birthday.
So that carries a lot.
Yeah, there was a lot of and also my mom, inner critic was like, if you don't host the party the way she would host the party, I just could feel her. Like, this isn't okay. Yeah. All right.
But it was all okay.
It was all okay.
It was all okay.
It was all what it was.
Yep.
Back to how the hippies. Okay, so listen. Between our
so
ADHD.
Much. This is a problem.
I know it. We're going to be.
Good luck out there, people.
But, it is what it is. You are a complicated person. You are a registered nurse in the state of Colorado.
Yeah.
You're certified in Caritas?
I'm a Caritas coach and a Reiki practitioner.
Yeah, and and a Reiki practitioner. And Reiki is energy work, right? Is there a definition of Reiki that you would?
No, I mean that's just literally what it is. It's another one of those things that when my friend said, "Oh yeah, my mom's like a Reiki practitioner and it's weird and there's certain levels and you have to be introduced to symbols." And I was like, "What? That's crazy. That's just a crazy thing." symbols, and you have to be allowed in and all that stuff. And I was like, that's a weird mess. But then I experienced it because Helen.
Yeah.
And so
Helen Knight. You give her a shout out.
Yeah, absolutely. Helen Knight and her Spirit Reiki, and I'm so grateful for her. So she had like a little sampler session, and I experienced it, and I was like, I need that. I need that. So then, she actually trained me. I'm master level trained. I don't like to say master, Reiki master, because for a number of reasons that's awkward. I'm part black. So, like master bedroom and, Reiki master, all of that's a bit much. But
yeah, I gotcha. Let's do another sprint.
But I also, I don't practice it on other people enough to feel like I have that skill. But anyway, so that's Reiki. It is an energy healing method, and people practice in different ways. And the way Helen practices is very like communicative, and it tends to kind of open up your crown and your third eye. It opens you up to things. You're more receptive.
I think I'm an intuitive energy worker.
Oh yeah.
And you do feel that?
Oh, 100%.
I mean, but now I'm sure somehow I get away with it because I'm a comedian. I mean, I'm on stage going, I'm going to do a little Ozark Reiki up in here.
Yeah.
And then I do this whole thing with the audience, but I do feel the frequency and the energy.
Yeah.
And they feel it. I feel it. I see it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, well, probably using the name Reiki. I'm not licensed in any way. It's just an intuitive.
She's not.
Nope. It is just like I am.
Yeah.
And I did work with this psychic in London who told me, I see you in front of audiences like a conductor doing this thing. And I'm like, yeah, I do this thing.
You do.
I like to raise the frequency. Okay. So Reiki and then Caritas.
And then a Caritas coach. So, as you learn in nursing school, and they're all the nursing icons, basically, right? Like, they all brought different things.
Oh, you're talking about, like there's Florence Nightingale.
Yes.
There's like, what was her name with the Red Cross? Sarah.
Yeah, you're going to have to look that up.
Okay, keep going.
While I tell you about Jean Watson.
Jean Watson.
So Jean Watson
is an icon.
She's a nursing theorist. That's actually who we're looking at. So she is, she brought in the theory of human caring. So it's a science of human caring. And so that's what Caritas is. And basically, it's, again, hippie nursing. And so it's basically bringing in, it's your own self-care so that you can provide care for others. But also it's making sure that the patient feels like part of the team, right? Because patients in the hospital, they've got a doctor saying, you need to do this, stop eating that, whatever. Like, here's what we're going to do. And it's all about, like, it's very technical and interventions, and we have to turn you, every 2 hours and whatever.
Your plan of care.
And so it's including that patient so they feel like they can make those decisions, right? So they're a part of those decisions. And how can we provide care in the most respectful way? Right. So one of the things I do, of course, is use humor. Like, I've cleaned up a lot of accidents. People soil themselves and they feel awful, right? And they're weak and they can't, and they're apologizing. I'm so sorry. And I'm like, look, my husband is a middle school teacher, and I will clean up your poo any day of the week than have to be in a room full of 25, 13-year-olds, with
pheromones, like those stinky pheromones.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm on testosterone cream right now. And I'm like, where have I smelled this before? My armpits smell like a 7th grade gym locker. I mean, I know side note, we're coming back.
Is that why my deodorant has not been as effective as it was before?
100%.
Yeah.
We're both on testosterone.
Yeah.
And I mean, you have a significant other. You have your husband.
Yeah.
I am alone in this world. I do not have a sexual outlet. I want to just say, this is my little joke I'm working on right now. It's like, I go, the closest I get to sex now is rubbing testosterone cream on my erogenous zones. Sometimes I let myself have it wherever I want it. Give it to me. Okay. Clara Barton, by the way, was
Yes.
Sarah Bartlett. It was what.
Listen, you were on the right track. I couldn't even get that. I'm like, I don't know.
I know if there's any nurses out there going, it's Clara Barton.
I don't know. I mean, I aced it for the test and then it was gone.
That's right. That's right. Once we got through you had NCLEX. In my day, it was called the state boards.
Yes.
We had to drive up to Kansas City and spend 2 days taking these tests. And now it's all ding, ding, ding on a computer. And it's weird now, right? When you pass, it's like you hit a certain threshold of percentage and it's like, you're done.
And you don't know if you passed or not. You're like, shit.
I love the suspense.
I don't.
How long did they make you wait between taking the test and getting the results?
Again, chronological time is not my strong point.
But it was a while.
Well, there's like the trick, right? You can sign on, and if it lets you sign up again, then you didn't pass. But if you, or something like that, I don't know.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean, I knew.
Was it months
within a
or
few
weeks?
days.
Oh, a few days. Like ours was like 3 months.
Yeah, that's
You
awful.
had to wait, and you worked as a graduate nurse, a GN. You had this, after you graduated, you could work and then you got this letter in the mail. And then you just like opening it going, oh shit. And they're like, oh, you passed. So, all right. And some people didn't. That was sad.
I know that is sad.
That was the sad part. Okay.
And some people don't test well. That's not fair.
Yeah, I test really well. I test beyond my capabilities because I'm a little bit psychic. So,
Look at you.
but not when it comes to Clara Barton.
No. Well, you were on the right track, though.
Sarah Bartlett.
I mean, psychics don't always get it just right. They don't always get it, but they're on the right track.
I bet if I was in a room of nurses and I go, hey, there's someone named Sarah Bartlett. Like, what does that mean to you? And they're like, Clara Barton, did you mean? Okay.
But you know what? On the NCLEX thing.
Yes.
So again, doing that hippie thing, I was definitely known throughout, like in my class for all of the tools to ease anxiety and whatever. So like, they're like, Kate, I need the essential oil. I'm like, I got you. Like my magic bag always has everything in it, even at work, right? Like you need Benadryl, I got it.
You are a true healer, intuitive. You're an intuitive, and obviously we have to be an intellectual healer as well in today's culture. But
I would listen, I would play, like I would study and listen to music, and I had a very specific essential oil blend that I made that I would diffuse while I was studying. And then when it came test time, I had a little diffuser necklace that had the same scent.
Oh,
so that would be my recall.
Oh, that's brilliant. Did
Yeah.
everybody get that? It's because, yes, associations of smells are stronger than almost anything I've heard. That is so smart.
Yeah, it supports recall.
Wow. Brilliant.
And rosemary actually does that.
Oh,
that's one of the things in my blend. So rosemary tea.
Okay. Caritas. How do you say it?
Caritas.
See, this whole podcast about co-healing.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, okay, listen, yes, I am your nurse, but you are really your own healer. And how do you want to go about this? And my skills are here, and here's what we offer. Is that something you want?
Yeah. So like, people are questioning about like, I don't like medications. I don't like this. And I'm like, I hear you. I'm going to tell you what I'm thinking. And here's why I feel like it would support you. But you make your own choice. And, that I think people feel more empowered. Right. And I think oftentimes nurses provide more of that time and that rationale, right? Doctors are all throughout the hospital. They're doing their thing. And, I have people say, well, why didn't you study medicine? I'm like, I like a doctor. I'm like, that's because I don't practice that way. That's not who I am. I'm a nurse.
Thank you. And thank you. And, my thing, 5th generation nurse. And before that, we were witches. And do not fuck with us, okay? Because I want to heal, but if you cross me, I wound first and then heal later.
That's right.
We
can do that.
Sometimes you got to open a wound to heal.
Look, it's called debriding.
Yeah.
We're gonna cleanse that shit.
We got to get the scar out sometimes, so you can, because what's under that scar is your authentic self. That's beautiful. And I do believe that's what I've done with my trauma therapy, is getting rid of some of these encapsulated wounds. My survival traits have outlived their usefulness. And so now I had to go in, go open up that scar tissue and let that part of me back out. It's got to be evidence-based, scientific studies. But I always like to talk about the anecdotal evidence of one, which is yourself, like you experienced with the Reiki. You didn't need to see the scientific studies to know that worked for you. You felt it, and then you dealt it.
Yeah. Oh, I'm dealing it. I mean, you can find me later. I do need money.
Are you open to doing Reiki for hire, by the way?
Sure.
Would you, if somebody wanted to reach you, how would they reach you? Like, how would you like to be contacted? You could be Facebook Messenger or...
I don't know. I have email.
Yeah.
I have Facebook. You can find me there. It's Kate Rosato, Rosato. And there's likely not a picture of me. It's probably like a goat sticking its tongue out or something. I don't know. Gmail is kate.rosatoc@gmail.com.
Okay.
Yeah. And Reiki's cool because you can do it in person or online.
You can do it remotely.
Or like remotely, I mean.
Yeah, because you have offered to do that with different people. I know.
Yeah.
But I was going to ask, and this is something, so when I'm talking at these high-level intellectual institutions, and I'm trying to tell them, like, remember the healer in you. I'm thinking about Caritas, but I'm thinking about the doctors that I know, and you come in and go, oh, actually, this patient doesn't want to use your prescribed medication. How are you advocating for them?
So you are asking how you deal with that when the doctor says this is the right thing to do, but they don't want to. Is that what you're asking,
Because in my day, that would be going against medical advice. Like
Sure.
it would be notated in the chart, like patient is going against medical advice, refuses X, Y, or Z. And I mean, but it doesn't have to be that contentious. It could just be, patient is like, here are like, do they give them 5 options and choose like a menu, or how do they?
I mean, thankfully, most of the providers I've worked with tend to be fairly open, and they say, here's what I'm thinking, or, these are your options. If you choose X, then here's the potential. If you choose Y, which is maybe like do nothing, then this is likely, the likely outcome.
You're working with a lot of cooler doctors. And also, it's a different world right now. I mean, I came up in a old school diploma nursing where doctor walked on the station, you jumped out of your chair and gave him your chair. People, listen, when I moved to Hawaii and you did that, people would literally push your shoulders back down like, Nancy, we don't do that here. This is a teaching hospital. These residents don't know as much as you, first of all. And second of all, you have a right to sit down. You've been working very hard this shift.
Yes. Yeah. So I mean, and there are definitely still those doctors out there that are like, I said this and this is how it is. And that's when you go, but the patient has a choice. But I also work with these doctors who, one of whom is an anesthesiologist. And he said, oh no, we actually had a class in school that was how to appropriately interact, basically, right? Like, it was kind of like how to be a decent human. And, and I had another surgeon who I walked in front of. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Excuse me. He's like, you have every right to be here as much as I do. Like, you go first, please. So I work with some really great doctors. There is a shift.
Yeah, there's a shift on your shift. You know what I'm saying? I love hearing this.
Yeah.
And I think as well, and I was just telling you about Betty Lou Klinkenbeard, my second mom who passed away recently, but she was ahead of her time, and where my mother was very old school, very much about like, oh, doctor, what do you need? Da, da, da. She was absolutely, she made doctors apologize to her staff if they treated them disrespectfully. Yeah. Man.
Bless you, Betty Lou.
Yeah, Betty Lou.
Yeah, Betty Lou.
Woo! So there are like things, especially the more we assert ourselves, and it's not an ego battle. It doesn't need to be a power struggle, but how are we like really working together as a team? And you have these skills, we have these skills. We have the hands-on healing. I mean, not that they don't have hands-on, they're doing, but most, the surgeons are definitely hands-on.
Oh, yeah.
Or robotic hands-on, however it is.
That's crazy to watch.
Isn't that amazing? Wow.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But yeah, nurses are advocates. That's our job.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
So, and it takes a lot more energy. I have to admit, there's a part of me that back in my day, though, it was team nursing, and I had 15 post-op. Like, not everybody that day was post-op. There might be 4 out of the 15 that were having a total knee. I was ortho, med surge, but I had a team of 15 patients. You know, I was one nurse, 15 patients.
That's insane.
It took a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, and I had so much energy. I was a marathon runner, luckily. And I also had invented, my mom complimented this at the end of her life. She goes, you had that cheat sheet that you invented. It was a little anatomical person so I could and I did a head to toe full assessment every patient.
Yeah.
Full assessment, front and back, listening to lobes. I mean, my mom taught me this, and I'll say that. My mom said, you pretend like that nursing instructor is on your shoulder all the time and follow protocol, and you'll be a great nurse. And she was right.
Yeah.
I mean, I really was a good nurse. I don't know great, but I was a good nurse. But my ADHD really was a struggle.
It is a struggle. It is a struggle. I make my patients remember things for me.
Oh, that's smart.
I do, yeah.
And you're working PACU, right? You're working post-op? No, yeah.
Well, I do pre and post, yeah.
Okay, so I was going to say I don't know that very many people are very cognizant after surgery, but do they remember stuff?
They do. I mean, I kind of joke. I'm like, okay, I'm saying this out loud so you remember for me, right?
Yeah.
Like it's your job to remind me this.
We're going to send you home with these bandages or whatever.
You know, but yeah, like don't let me forget. But at the same time, it's also, if I tell someone to remember or to remind me, I'm more likely to remember.
Yeah, so it's you anchoring it. It's sort of jokingly.
Yeah.
But every now and then, I bet somebody goes, hey, remember you were going to send me home with...
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah.
Or tell their family member that's sitting right there.
Yeah. Don't let me forget
They
this.
just have the one person. So
yeah. I mean, I own it. You know, I think, you know, people go into this profession and you do want to be professional. And so you have this idea that you have to behave a certain way. So one of the things I tell nursing students when I encounter them is like, you have to bring in your own personality. Like that's how you can best relate and create a rapport with your patients.
Be authentic.
Be authentic.
Man, nothing makes me more comfortable than somebody being authentic.
Yeah.
Wow. I got to tell you, Kate, every time I'm around you, I feel you. Like I'm like, I just feel like I can relax and I don't have to wonder, does she want more walnuts? She'll get her walnuts. You know what I mean? Like
yes.
I grew up a little bit in the South, and you just never knew what people were thinking because there was that politeness that just makes me so nervous.
Well, we both have that too. Like I was just telling one of my patients yesterday, like, you're not letting me do things, and I'm a nurturer, and it's like you're making this difficult. And I said, make no mistake, this is about me. You're done now. You're in recovery, and I'm going to send you home. So now it's about me. And he said, oh, okay, then I would like that apple juice. And I said, thank you. Thank you for letting me do anything for you. And he actually hugged me when I sent him home.
Oh, because you showed up fully.
Yeah.
And they feel that.
Yeah.
And when you say, because I want to go back to what you said earlier about being an ambivert.
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't mean you don't love and care for them. It really, it actually empowers you to show up fully.
Yeah.
Because then you know, I'm going to recharge and nurture myself, which goes back to Caritas. Caritas. I'm going to say it wrong, but
I know it's hard. Caritas.
Caritas. I feel like Carrot Top, the comedian.
That's fun too.
But I'm going to, but part of what you learned in that you said was nurture yourself. You have to, so you have something to give. You don't want to be in there being a resentful nurse, drained and crabby.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know there are days like that. We can't. Let's be realistic. Where you didn't get enough sleep or you're not feeling your best, but still, you're human.
Yeah, that's where I put that. I gift everyone outside of my job with that attitude. You're welcome.
I think you're talking about your family.
Go away! Don't talk to me.
Well, and that's a sign of how comfortable you are with them. You know, or I think you'll put it on Facebook sometimes. Like
I do that a lot.
When you and I connect, and then there might be a month or two goes by, and that's okay.
Yeah.
Like I'm not going to be calling you every day, but when we connect, we really connect.
We do.
Yeah.
We do. My husband says, like, why do you always, like, you paint yourself as this unpleasant person? He's like, why do you do that? I'm like, I don't know why you like to be around me so much, because I don't even want to be around me that much. You know what I mean? I'm like, ugh. But
if I could grow wings right now and fly off with the crows, I'd do it.
Oh
right?
my gosh, it'd be like the most amazing thing. Anyway,
when I was in Nepal, feeling a sense of helplessness around my adoption journey, I think I mentioned there was a coup of the government. Yeah. My agency director was fraudulent here in Boulder. She ended up going to prison. I mean, everything was falling fucking apart. And she wasn't going to prison then, but she was showing the signs of being a thief, basically. Take your in-country fees and then abandon you. Anyway, I was sitting there. I still remember. I don't know. It really is anchored in my soul. I was sitting there with a little cup of chai and feeling helpless. And I saw birds. These birds came to visit in the trees, and I was like, you're so free. You're so free. I think about those birds that came. It was a day I was just full of despair. I don't know how, but they just recharged me. I just want to say thank you to those birds, because I just hit me. Like, I can't even tell you why. Here it is 20 years later, and it just came back to me, this moment in time. It's, you know how you have those moments?
Yeah.
Do you have any moments like that where they solidify something, where I'm like, aha? Like, for a long time when I'd see spirit signs, I'd say, that's unbelievable. Now I say, that's incredible. Thank you. Like, it's a different, like, that's not real. Like the flickering light.
Yeah.
The
paper towel
dispenser we brought up earlier. But I'm just saying, for you, there are solid moments of like, okay, this is a confirmation. It's happening too often. Or was there something way back when you first kind of realized you were a hippie? I'm just so curious where that was. Was there something early in your childhood, or a birthing of it or anything?
I always wanted to have that connection. Like, I was raised Catholic, and I say I'm a recovering Catholic. I think Jesus was very cool.
Yeah.
And there are things
that religion ruined Jesus.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Yeah. I mean, it literally killed him. But anyway,
that's a good sign that you're recovering. when you can laugh, like, okay. We do love Jesus.
We do love Jesus.
Yes, he was a wonderful teacher.
He was
wonderful.
So I think I always wanted to have that, and I think really, when I realized things later as I look back. So when I was in like junior high, my mom was reading this book and all of her friends, and she handed me this book. She was like, I think you might like to read it. I was a voracious reader.
Oh.
Like, at 3:00 in the morning, she's like, Katie, you have to go to school. And I'd be like underneath, my covers, like reading.
So even though you have ADHD, you're able to focus on something you like reading, right?
If I like it, I can focus on it hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's where I lose track of time. But, so people are going to know this book. It's Clan of the Cave Bear by Jean Auel. And so she handed me that series that I reflect on later. Part of why she maybe gave it to me was because I'm adopted and the character in the book is adopted. Oh. But it's like a prehistoric era. So it's like that overlap between the Neanderthal and Cro-Magnon. People say Magnon.
But you do a French pronunciation. I love.
That's the correct way, Nance. I work hard at it. You could tell I didn't do it well. I also said Neanderthal, not Neanderthal. Thank you. Yes, I tried. I tried.
You're satisfying so many people right now. Like, finally, somebody saying it correctly.
Anyway, so like there's so much to it. Like my family, like my mom grew herbs, my aunt grew herbs, my grandmother did. Like, so plants and scents and all of that stuff. Herbalism kind of was part of it. And then when I read this book, she like did everything, right? Like she was a healer. She was a medicine woman. She, learned how to hunt. She did all of these things. And I was like, I want to be like Ayla. She's amazing. So that's kind of that spiritual connection. She became like a shaman and all of these things. So that's kind of where I was like, oh, that's my religion.
Yeah.
Like earth-based kind of paganism.
Earth wisdom.
That's
plant
my religion.
medicine.
Plant medicine. Yeah. So that's kind of what really started that for me. Where I, So, and, my mom in 8th grade, she's like, but why can't you just, be confirmed? I'm like, well, I don't believe in it. And she's like, but can't you just walk and do that? I'm like, that's really hypocritical. Like, why do you want me to do this? Like, I don't believe that part. I'm this part. So.
And did you never get confirmed then?
No.
Oh, good for you. And good for your mom that she even let you have the choice.
Well, I mean,
no, think about, there's tons of Catholics out there who are like, no, I was forced. I mean, I got confirmed in the Lutheran church and I didn't, no part of me, it was just the way my mother manipulated and controlled, and if that's an expectation, you are going to do that. And I did that. And it was weird because neither one of my parents were particularly believers. I mean, my father liked to sing and that's why we went to church, and my mom just wanted, I think, to belong.
Yeah.
But I got confirmed and there was like, why did I do that? I don't know. It was not even an option. But your mom gave you
as much as she could. I don't know. I mean, I was definitely a people pleaser, which I recognize now also has to do with adoption and things like that.
Oh, right.
For whatever reason, I felt fine to stand up and say no, which is, I didn't do that a whole lot until I was older. But that was one of those ones I just felt like it's wrong.
And maybe even
it's not honest.
Yeah, it's not honest. But also, did you read The Clan of the Cave Bear at that same time? Was that?
I think I was in 6th grade. So yeah, I had been reading. Yeah.
So I wonder if
I had been reading
the irony with your mom is like, oh, I gave you this book that empowered you to go, hey, wait, I think differently than you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm adopted, but that's not the only reason. But I'm an individual, whether I'm adopted or not. I'm an individual, and this is the way I do things.
Yeah.
And for your mom, honestly, I think they have their ways of forcing things, but she didn't force it. Like, she did not force you to go. She didn't like punish you for not doing it.
Right. No.
But obviously disappointed her. Like that, she just wanted, like, to her, that was probably, with her ancestry and everything, with Catholicism, it's like, well, that's how a marker of me being a good parent.
Yeah.
And it was a ding in her, whatever, her report card, a demerit in her parenting.
Yeah.
According to her family of origin.
Yeah.
But it sounds that's really like, anyway, I just wanted to give a little, to me, that is a progressive parent that let you not get confirmed.
Yeah. I don't know what would have happened if she tried to push it. She and I are both Tauruses too. So she probably.
Oh, girl.
Yeah.
Woo!
So.
There's no sense arguing with either one of you.
Well, I will just dig in deeper.
She could have bribed you with something or withheld something, or, she chose to like, okay. I was thinking with the book that kind of planted that seed of like, oh, this is, and your mom was an herbal person.
Yeah.
And then way back too, you and I both have, I would say, infant trauma, different. I just think that there's something special, or I don't know what happens when we go through something like that. You went through a relinquishment with your biological mom. We don't know what the in utero experience was. Probably a little hard because she must have been conflicted.
Oh yeah.
Loving you, but not feeling she could take care of you. And
from what I understand and what I always grew up knowing is that my maternal grandmother was very racist. And so my mother was not going to keep a half black baby. And they weren't married, right? Like out of wedlock. So there's a whole bunch of stuff there.
Your biological mother is white and her mother.
Oh yeah.
So growing up with that love and hate Yeah. Wow. I don't know how, but these post-traumatic gifts, some people, it implodes on them, and it's sad. We see people that live very sad, very, dark lives that just don't, whatever the reason, nobody gave them the little spark of light.
Yeah.
Whereas you took that and turned it into this beautiful healer energy. And
well, thank you.
So I'm just thinking, yeah, that gift, the post-traumatic gift of whatever, all that. I mean, it's a lot, right?
Oh,
there's so much.
Lot.
God, there's so much ancestral stuff going on inside your body that is here to help heal yourself and others. I know that about you.
Thanks.
Let's end with the paper towel dispenser.
Oh yeah, we have not really explained that.
No, we
at
keep
all.
bringing it up, but I think I just love that.
Yeah, so the paper towel dispenser, I was talking with a patient and his friend at the time, and I think we were just talking about, they were from the same area as like my husband and my father-in-law, who has since passed. He had recently passed at that time. And so we were just talking about the culture and the personality and just, things like that. I don't remember the specific thing that we were saying at the time, but no one was near it in the patient room, and the just paper towel dispenser went off. And I was like, okay, Dante, I hear you. I know you're here. And
that's your father-in-law.
That's my father-in-law. And so I explained that to them, and we were all like, oh, okay, whatever. But then since then at work, that happens a lot. And it usually indicates when I need to be on the alert for something, or there's something that's going to happen, or news, or whatever. And so, I know it sounds weird because, someone can walk by or whatever, but it has happened when I was in a locker room where the bathroom is around the corner and like nowhere near, and it just goes off. And I'm like,
and it's like, what am I thinking about right now? Or is there something up that I need to pay attention to?
Yeah. So I just say like, thanks for letting me know. Please show me clearly. 'Cause I don't know what it is. But I just know I need to be on alert. And sometimes it's like a patient I had spent time with the night before has passed, or something's going on with my kid, or something.
Yeah, or there's going to be a weird thing with this plane reservation. I remember remember you sharing that one time.
Was it? Oh, was that when we were supposed to go to? Maybe there was a snowstorm or something.
There was something that was coming that I don't remember. I just was thinking about different times. You and I have talked many times about, what's up with, what's the paper towel dispenser saying?
Yeah. What happened?
It's so much better than a crazy 8-ball.
I know. Paper towel dispenser. I don't know why it's that. It'd be way cooler if there was something written on the paper towel.
This just in, like a little telegram. Well, maybe that'll come next. I do think that spirit energy, like I feel it's my dad. I don't know. I could be wrong, but flickers lights.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's a warning and sometimes it's a confirmation. So that's always a tricky thing when I'm saying,
right.
I just was talking to Marianne, my sister, the other day about something, and it started, and I said, I think Dad's saying yes to that.
Yeah.
Again, people listening to this may be like, okay, cuckoo pants, but you know what?
Yeah, right.
Check you're not wrong. We could be both.
There you go.
We could be cuckoo pants and this thing is true. I mean, it could all be happening.
Definitely both. I have that actually at home sometimes when like the shower head will just, or something will drip in our bathroom upstairs, and I'm like, okay,
yeah,
here, okay. That's actually where it really started. Now that I think about it,
okay, and it's at a certain moment, like when you're having a thought. That's what happens for me with hawks. I've had that so many times where hawks, like right when I'm having this like quandary and thinking like, okay, I think I could do this. And then this hawk goes, yes, like, whew.
Yep.
And I feel the goosebumps. I call them truth chills now. One of my guests taught me that term. But I feel the truth chills, almost like wings on the outside of my arms. Kind of interesting. So
this is why I love you so much, because you're bird-like. I'm like, yes. My friend's a bird.
Yeah. And then so that drip would happen at a moment where you're just can feel it. There's something that you just felt like, okay,
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
Well, let's continue this. See if whatever. I need to ask more. I'm trying to ask what is mine to do right now. There's a lot of stuff going down in the world. You and I both know that. We're not going to end on this heavy note, but I'm just saying we don't want to do things that bring up a helplessness feeling. I don't want to just spiral into an algorithm of destruction.
Mm-hmm.
But I do want to acknowledge what's happening, get resourced, ask higher power, spirit energy, the paper towel dispenser, whatever. What is mine to do?
Yeah.
And how can I make a difference? And that's kind of where I'm coming from.
Yeah. I think for me, it's just about, as you talk about, like elevating the vibration, right? So it's just me being the best me I can be.
Yeah. All right. All right, everybody. Let's all just be the best me's we can be, plural me's.
I mean, we should all be the best Kate because I'm amazing. But you can be you too. I'm sure you're also kind of good. I'm kidding. No,
I suppose.
Be your best, most authentic you can be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, this is what happens when a Republican does mushrooms. You are welcome. All right, Kate Rosato, reach out. I'll put the contact information in the show notes if you want to get Reiki. Just let's go foraging for wild oregano.
There you go. Yeah.
Until next time.
Until next time.
Bye.
Bye.
I'd like to thank my guest, Kate Rosato. I think I'm saying Rosato. Kate Rosato, you can find her at Kate Rosato on Facebook. And you can reach out to her on Messenger if you want to see about getting some Reiki. She's a wonderful healer. kate.rosatoc@gmail.com. And thank you, my son, Nathaniel Norton, for doing the music for Traumedy. Thank you, my guest, for being co-healers on this journey. Please message me. Let me know if you think of a guest or if you want to be a guest. So again, let's keep that frequency high, keep the vibration buzzing, and remember, no matter what, keep laughing.